What's up, everybody? We're taking a second look here, somewhat of a mini review of the Manker E05 2 in titanium. I recently did a small overview video of the light, and I wanted to go over some of the features that I've discovered and usability points of interest since I've had the light now for a while. I have used it, tested it, and I have a few thoughts about the light. So let's cover some of those here. First off, the materials are quite good. The titanium here is solid. It does seem to be thicker titanium. The light does have some heft to it and lends itself to a feeling of quality here when you're holding the light in your hand. So I actually dropped the light once already, and you can probably see here, right up here, the light flew off my lap when I jumped out the car, landed on a concrete driveway, and didn't put any real significant damage on the light. Just some minor little scuffs there. Nothing too serious. So that would tell me that the titanium is of a decent quality and hardness. So the threads here, I'll give you a listen. Nice little ASMR for you. So the threads are a nice square cut thread, not your typical regular threads you can see there. And from what I understand, these are harder to make. I don't know exactly what other benefits they provide. If you know about square cut threads, feel free to drop a comment down below. Here's a look inside at the circuitry. So the light overall has impressed me with the quality. At the price point, $50 is a pretty good price for something like this, considering that, years ago, this would have been hundreds of dollars probably if it was a custom titanium light. Now they do have an aluminum version of the same light, and it is $30, and I'll have a link to that down below in the description if you're interested. I do have an affiliate link here to Killzone flashlights, so if you do go over there and check out some lights, it does help the channel out and not cost you any extra money. So here we are, Manker E05 2, and I just think the light looks good. The aesthetics of the light speak to me. I'm not super interested in these little, I wish the bezel was smooth there, but it's not terrible. So the output has been impressive. When using a lithium battery, such as the one that is included with this light, and has 920 milliamp hours, continuous discharge of 4 amps, which is plenty for a light like this. And the USB-C feature, which initially I wasn't too thrilled about, actually is quite handy. If you ever find yourself needing some juice and you don't have a charger, it's kind of nice to be able to plug in a USB-C cable into this battery and just charge it directly like that. All right, so we're going to talk about the battery here that comes with the light. Now, initially in my first video, the overview, I talked about sort of disappointed runtime, and it wasn't really specifically the light that I was talking about. It was just the overall capacity of these 14500 batteries. Typically, they just don't have a lot of room to put the energy inside this. The unicorn sprinkles don't fit in such a small package here. This one is claimed to have 920 milliamp hours with a 4 amp continuous discharge rate, which is plenty enough for a light like this. This top of the battery's got a nice gold plated contact point. Here's the other side. And I do appreciate the fact that the USB-C port is there. Now you do lose some capacity. Now here's an example of a vape cell 1000 milliamp battery, and you do lose a little bit of capacity having that charging infrastructure built into the cell. But I think it's worth it just for convenience. In case you're out there, need some charging, don't have a charger, you can just plug in directly to this battery. So I do think that's a feature that I appreciate. And the multi-fuel capability that they call it is a huge benefit in my opinion, because if they ever stop making these batteries for some reason down the road, they're always going to have these kind of batteries. Now, as much as I hate alkaline, at least you'd have something for your light if you need to. I prefer the Inaloops here much more than those alkalines. If you guys are using these, just a word of caution, these are little shit bombs waiting to take a hot dump inside your light, and I would avoid using these at all costs. Now, the dual fuel thing is just a big deal for a variety of reasons, but specifically, in my opinion, you have a fancy, nice light here. Years down the road, they stop making those lithium batteries. I just like the idea that you could keep this light for a long time and not have to worry about, unavailability of a battery. Make the light just a paperweight. So the output of this light is quite impressive. Got a high, low, medium, back to high here. The beam is quite good. You got some flood, you got some throw, and no complaints with the output. I think it's pretty damn good. I do like just using the forward click switch here as a momentary. I typically only need short bursts of light here, and I do use a light like this quite often just to blast some light, get a look at what I need, and go about my business. So I do like that. The beam quality is nice. The tint, this is a Nichia 519A at 4000K, and I find the tint quite pleasing to my eye. Just my personal taste. What else here? So, a couple of minor gripes that I would have. There's not anything too egregious here. The main thing for me would be the clip. If they could have figured out a way to have the contact point of the clip not touch this part of the light right here, it causes the edge of your pocket to get caught up right there and not really go smoothly onto your pocket. Also, if they could figure out a way to do a countersunk screw here on the pocket clip, also the edge of your pocket will go up and get caught right there, which isn't a huge deal. If you get past this part, once you're up in here, you are in the money. But I think this could be remedied somehow. I'm not sure how, but they could probably have some of their engineers figure that one out. I wish the low was lower. It's a little bit too bright for me. I like a little more of a moonlight, but that's a minor complaint. Now, one thing I'll say is I ran this light on low the other day. I clicked it on, set it on a shelf, went to bed. The next morning, it was at least 8 hours. The light was still going perfectly fine, and I put it on the charger, and the charger stated that the battery still had 70% capacity, so I felt like that was pretty impressive. And apparently this light here, according to somebody who commented on my previous video, stated that the circuitry, the driver of this light, is actually pretty efficient. So that was something that was interesting to me. I do appreciate efficiency as well as output. So I'm not sure what the deal is, what kind of driver this is. It's a little bit above my pay grade as far as those details go. But that was something I thought was noteworthy. Now, another little complaint I might have would be the strobe has accidentally came on for me a couple of times just when trying to go through the modes. So to activate the strobe, you do a double click and hold, and it will activate a pretty nice strobe. Actually, I don't like strobes, but my favorite one is the rapid flash, and it is. You can't see it on the screen here, but it's pretty fast. So I felt that it was a little bit easy to activate the strobe. It's not terrible. It only happened to me once or twice, and I was clicking like a madman when it happened. So it's not a huge deal, but maybe do a triple click for the strobe. Might make it just a little bit harder to get to for somebody that doesn't want to accidentally set it off. So, all right, these are just some of my criticisms, and mostly positive thoughts about this light. If you like the light, check out my affiliate links. It'd be great. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.